Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'd just like to thank everybody who liked, shared and subscribed to my channel. I'd also like to say thank you for all the nice comments and support you have given me, and I'd like to thank you for the private readings that I've done. This is a general reading for the sign of Libra for July 2016. I've been shuffling off camera and I'll just give it a last shuffle and we'll see what energies are coming out for you this time. Okay, so the situation, what's affecting it, the basis, the past, the present, the future, you, your environment and other people, your hopes or fears, and your outcome card. Okay, so at the heart of your reading you've got the Emperor. The Emperor is the father of the deck. The Emperor is he's higher than a king. You know, the king rules his castle, but the Emperor, you know, rules over the king also. He's kind, he's loving, but on the flip side, he's also quite strict, stern. You know, you don't mess with him. When he says no, he means no. You don't argue with him. He gets the last word. I don't know if this is the energy that you're taking on, you know, for this month, or if this is someone that's coming in to your situation. What's crossing the Emperor is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords speaks to me of a decision that's to be made. It's about balance and choice, also partnerships. So I don't know if the Emperor has given you a decision or put something in front of you to make you choose and you're having a choice to make. I feel as if with the Two of Swords, it's a card that talks to me of not having enough information to make a decision. I think she's sitting there and she's concentrating. She could quite easily put these swords down, remove the blindfold, and she'd be able to see everything clearer. And I feel that you don't have enough clarity to make a decision at this time. At the base of your reading you have the Hierophant. This has been coming out at the base of a lot of readings. I think that's been 2 previously in the exact same position. The Hierophant is about tradition. The Hierophant is it's deep-seated or deep-rooted beliefs that you've been taught. It's what teachers taught you, grandparents, parents. It's history. It's, you know, it's traditionally it's what you were raised with. And the more readings I do, the more I'm getting that I feel as if there has been a total shift in energy. I don't know if it's with what's happening in the world, with the governments, with all the stuff that's going on, but there's been a total shift in energy for this card to keep coming out of this position, because I feel as if for a lot of people with a lot of different sun signs, there's questions being asked. I think you all are all at a place where stuff that you took for granted before, or you were told or taught that you just accepted and believed, I don't feel as if everybody's stuck in the beliefs now. I feel as if there's a lot of questions being asked by people and you're questioning what you were traditionally taught. this could also be about religions. It can be, you know, all of these things that we grow up with that are our family beliefs, and I feel you're starting to question them. As I say, there was two other signs that it's came out in the same position, and I just feel as if you know, it's a five. It's fives are instability. Fives are conflicts or inner conflicts, challenges. But fives also represent the opportunity for change. And I feel that's what's going on here. Whatever's happening with the planetary energies and what's actually happening in the world, I don't know if a lot of people are like moving. I don't even know how to say it. Like, their whole belief systems are just being rocked, and they're having to relook at things. Um, and maybe that's where your choices are coming in, you know, maybe stuff that you were taught that are deep rooted for you and you thought you would never change your decision on something. Maybe that's what your choice is. You're now faced with, do I still believe they things and do I not? I mean, if you think back, I know when I was young, there's stuff that my mum and dad would say that you would never ever get away with saying now, you know, and there was no malice in it, and there was no, they weren't racists or sectarian, or, you know, it was just words that we used that are, you know, they're no longer acceptable, terms that we use that are no longer acceptable. So with this card, I feel you have to change your ideology with the times. You know, it's like, as I say, stuff that I grew up hearing, words that were used that I would never ever dream of saying now, and obviously have taught my children that's unacceptable to say that, and they've said to me, oh, Nana says it. Yeah, but at Nana's day nobody thought anything of that, but now that will get you in deep trouble. I hope I'm explaining this correctly, but I think we've all in the past been in the position where, you know, our parents have said something as they've got older and we're cringing because we're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you said that. And I feel for a lot of people, these traditions and these things that we've just grown up with as part of life, and there's no malice to any of the thoughts or beliefs that we have, are being rocked. I feel as if they're being rocked, and I feel as if um, a lot of people are having a whole new perspective on the world, a whole new perspective on beliefs and how we are fed information. Um, and I feel that that's why this card keeps coming out below here. Um, and I think it's coming out just to make people aware that this move is happening, and it is okay to move with the times. It's okay to have an opinion, change opinions. It's never too late to look at some of the things we were taught and say, well, in this day and age, that's no longer acceptable or suitable. Um, and we can move on from it, and hopefully the next generation will have moved on altogether, and some of these words and sayings that were acceptable 20, 30 years ago won't even exist anymore. In your past position, you have got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords speaks to me of sleepless nights, worry, stress. For some of you, I feel as if you take on board stuff that isn't your problem. I feel as if for some of you, things that happen round about you make you very, very upset and angry, and I feel as if you're sucking in the negative energy. If this is the case for some of you, be it watching the news, reading newspapers, I mean, even on Facebook, I've noticed myself, Facebook has suddenly become full of grief, others people's grief, and it is so sad that all these tragedies are happening. I can't even think, like missing people, or people that are being found and it's too late to save them and stuff. And I just feel as if sometimes you need to take a wee step back from media, be it social media, TV, news, newspapers, and just detoxify yourself. I feel as if we soak in all of that negativity, and it just gives us a heavy burden. I feel as if a lot of yous are being burdened and weighed down by all of these things that's happening in the world. And I know, like, when you ask people, oh, make a wish for the world, 90% of people say world peace, a wish for world peace. And see, to be quite honest, I think we all individually have to find inner peace. And when we find inner peace and we can live in the light and not in the negative, if everybody found inner peace, we would have world peace, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of like world peace isn't really any of your business. It's inner peace that's your business. So if you can get to where you're happy inwardly, you're living your truth and not soaking in the negative stuff, what you bring in, you give out. So if you're happy on the inside, you're going to, radiate the high vibrations that brings everybody up. For some of you, I feel as if it's a work situation that for some of you there's a new boss coming into the work, and I feel as if I'm not going to use the word bully, right, because I think it's bandied about too much. I feel as if for some of you there's a boss coming in and you're taking offence to stuff that's being said to you. You're taking it to heart, and I feel as if with this card coming up, you are trying to decide whether to stay in this job or leave the job, and I feel this is stressing you out. And my advice would be to go and speak to this person, tell them how they're making you feel, because for some of you, I don't feel as if they know how they're affecting you. They could think that they're having banter with you when really they're making you not want to go to work anymore. And I feel as if before you make this decision, you need to go and speak to them. If you don't get any clarity speaking to them, I would take it further and I would, speak to someone else higher up. Maybe that's why the Hierophant's coming in. It's telling you to go to somebody higher up, like maybe HR or, an area manager, general manager, whatever. So for some of you, it's coming in as a work situation, and that's stressing you out and giving you sleepless nights. For some of you, it's making you cry. It's unraveling your life a wee bit. At the top, at the present, you've got the Sun card coming in. So I feel for a lot of you, if you have a discussion about this, whatever's happening in your life, it'll turn out for the best. I don't see it going any further, and I think you've allowed it to affect your life long enough with this 9 coming out here. Again, 9s are the end of a cycle. There's only one more to it's a 10, and I feel as if, it's near completion. So this could have been wee things that this person's doing to you. You've took it all, wrapped it up in a big ball, and now you are so upset about it that you can't even, you don't feel as if you can even have the conversation. But with the Sun card at the top, I feel as if you think it's worse than it actually is. I don't think it's that bad a situation. Moving forward, I think it can be easily fixed. For some of you, I feel as if there's a new home. You have either moved to a new home or you are in a new home. I feel as if this is a really good move for you. I feel as if it's been well thought out, well planned. I feel as if you're setting out a good foundation for yourselves. It's a well built foundation. I think you're going to be very happy in this new home. So whether you've already moved or whether you're in the process of buying a house, moving to a house, whatever, with the Knight of Wands here, Knights are passionate, they're fast, they're strong-willed, assertive. Nothing influences the Wands. The Wands are a fire sign, so that would be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius if that's an energy coming in. That could be somebody coming in to help you with a house move or to help you purchase a house. Could be help with a deposit or something like that. But I feel as if the move is going to be positive for you. For some of you, this new foundation could bring about a baby. I can see a birth for some of you. And it'll be a celebration. There'll be celebrations around this birth. I feel as if for some of you, if you move house, this will be a new lease of life for you. I feel as if this is going to be a really good move. I don't know if some of you were having a hard time where you were before, but I feel as if the energy is moving forward with the Knight of Wands and the Sun. It's really positive and it's moving forward. He's flying the red flag of victory here. And there's 4 sunflowers in the background. I feel as if that's stability, a good foundation moving forward. This baby's naked. He's enjoying the rays of the sun coming down onto him. He's carefree. He's, and I feel this is the energy that's coming in for you. I feel as if you have had a lot of stress and a lot of worry. This could have been, actually, for some of you, this could be like the bank manager. This could be like a mortgage advisor. This could be somebody you were waiting on a loan or the mortgage to come through, and you've just been so stressed, waiting to see what was going to happen with that. And then when it's came through, obviously you've had the choice of do I move or do I not. If you haven't moved already, then I would say yeah, go for it. That's a really good outlook for you. In the card for self, you've got the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups talks of emotions. There's 9 cups filled here. Again, you've got 2 9s, which suggests to me something coming into fruition. It's an attainment, so you're near completion. So for this 9 of Cups, I would say, it's like the wish card. You're near, you're so near to fulfilling your wish. You only have 1 more cup to get. So I would say that for a lot of you, you are in a really happy place. If you have moved or you've heard of a move coming up for you, this is contributing to your happiness. I don't see anything bad here for you. In the environment and other people, you've got the 5 of Pentacles. So I feel as if while all this is going good in your life, I feel as if you've left somebody out. I feel as if there's somebody you're not including in the happiness, or there's somebody that you've kind of forgotten about. For some of you, I feel as if this might have stretched you to your limit moving house. This might have been, you really wanted to do it, but it's taken up every last penny for you to do that. And for some of you, I think other people are looking in and thinking, maybe you've spent all your money, maybe you're not coping now, maybe you need a help for something. So I feel moving forward, I feel someone's going to come in and offer you help. I feel as if this card is coming up to say if there is someone that's got themselves in a bit of trouble financially or whatever, there is someone there in the sideline that you have maybe not paid particular attention to, or you've kind of forgotten that they were there. But if you're in trouble, they will be there to help you. You just have to turn around and open the door back up to them, because it was you that closed the door. That might only be one person that I'm speaking to now, because that just came through, that for whatever reason you've moved forward and excluded this person from moving forward, but that person won't resent anything. If you need to, or if you want to open the door back up, they'll just walk back in your life and everything will be fine with that. If you don't do that right now, I can see that happening. It'll be like Christmas. I'm getting Christmas reunion. So somebody that's maybe fell away from your circle of friends or circle of family or whatever, somebody that's I don't feel particularly you fell out with them or anything. I just feel like that you've kind of lost touch, or you've forgotten to include them and stuff. But I don't feel as if there'll be any grudges there. I feel when you invite them back into the circle, they'll just come back in and they'll be willing to help you to move forward. In your hopes and fears, you've got the King of Pentacles. Pentacles is an earth sign. It's a Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. And earth signs are, the King of Pentacles, I kind of call him the Midas touch. And the reason I do that is, like, everything this king gets involved in kind of turns to gold. I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, like, fallen cow manure and come up smelling the roses. This is this king, you know, he gets knocked down, but double good comes to him. Then he gets knocked down again, and then good comes back to him again. So I feel as if this is the energy that's, you know, moving into the end of the month, if this is the energy that you are going to take on, I think everything's going to work out fine for you. And I know you're hoping it's going to work out fine. I feel as if, as I say, maybe the cash flow was a wee bit strained. I would say probably second week of the month, or moving into the second week of the month, you were starting to feel the pinch a wee bit. But I feel as if, like, moving towards the end of the month, everything's going to go back to normal. If this is a earth sign coming in to help you, then I would say it was someone older, maybe over 45. They're calm, they're reliable, they're loyal. You know, they're smart with money. They like to nurture, they like to help. They're grounded, they're very, very grounded, a down-to-earth person, and I feel that they would be beneficial to you if you welcome them in to help you. For your outcome, you have got another 9, and you've got the 9 of Rods, so, or Wands rather. So the 9 of Wands talks about the battles that you've been through. As I was saying, this can be inner conflicts that you've been having, that you've battled with, your inner conflicts and the belief system that you have been fed growing up, and you've overcome them, and you're starting to see things through your own eyes, through your own truth. You know, you're starting to take on your own beliefs and not the traditional beliefs that you were taught. If it was money worries and battles via that, you know, trying to keep above, trying to get your mortgage sorted and all that, I mean, this is basically saying all of these battles are behind you now, and you're standing in front. Now, you've came through it all, and I would say you're a bit bruised and bashed by the end of it, but, you know, you're still standing, and you're standing in front of them, and you're holding, like, the last wand, that 10 is a completion. So when you get to 10, that means that that cycle of your life is over, and a new cycle can move in and begin. So you have three 9s in your reading. You've got this one, and this one here. And I feel like with many nines showing up, that's endings that can turn into beginnings. That's near completions. So one step more and you will have clarity, you'll have emotional happiness, and you'll also be powering forward with passion and fire behind you. This is drive, passion, fire. This is a fast energy, and I feel as if it's just saying that better things to come are going to be better because you've fought all these battles. You're you're in front of them. They're all behind you, and you're still standing. So that's a really good outcome um, for the way the month started. As I say, that the start of the month's a wee bit stressed and strained, but as you work through the weeks, I think you're going to get to a place where um, you finally see the light and you start to see things getting better for you. I'll pull a wee card just to, pull it all together and see what comes out. Let's see. Okay, so you've got the Page of Earth. The Page of Earth is like the Page of Pentacles, and it says good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. So basically, I would say this is a younger person that's going to be in touch with you. Probably younger than 25 or 25 and younger, that's going to send you messages about finances. This could come like in a letter or an email. I mean, you might get a phone call. It could be like a lawyer. It could be, it's someone scholarly. So it could be like a lawyer's office and it's the secretary, or maybe you're due money back from a rebate or due money back from a mortgage advisor, or a deposit from something you've been renting and now you've bought somewhere else. But this is news of money coming in. It's also saying that wanting to do something more challenging or a new area of study, and that's what I was saying with the Hierophant. This could be you breaking traditional teachings and just going on the internet and looking at things that you had a belief system about, and now you're starting to question these beliefs. So a new area of study doesn't mean that you have to be going back to college or school. It just means that you're investigating the belief system or the media system where you were fed the information, or whatever that is that's starting to change in your world. You can go online and investigate and study and find what's challenging you. So I'll pull a wee romance card for you and see what's happening there. Okay. So you have got soulmate. So yes, this is your soulmate. So what I'm feeling about the singles is there could be somebody coming in. It could be somebody that you've already met. It could be due to your house move. It could be when you start investigating your stuff and start to study, you meet someone that's very like-minded, that's investigating the same situations. This could be male or female, and you'll just click. And when you meet this person, you'll feel as if you knew them for 20 years. For those of you that are coupled, this card is just basically saying, this is your soulmate. You've made the right decision. Moving forward, if you've bought a house together, if you've just moved in together, then this is just giving you clarity that, you have done the right thing and you are with the right person. So that's all I'm getting for you this time. I hope some of the messages resonated with you, and you can let me know. If you'd like to make a wee comment, you can do that in the box below, and I read all of your comments and I try and answer them back. So thanks for coming and watching. Sending you blessings. Talk to you next time.